the mission to present concerts you can enjoy with your kids, not just for your kids. WTMD Radio's Saturday Morning Tunes does just that. With us on Smarts is Sam Sessa from WTMD in Towson, a public radio station that broadcasts the independent music streak 24/7. Good to see you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Well, I find this all kind of fascinating, these Saturday morning concerts that you do, that both kids and their parents can truly enjoy.
Well, kids' music has come a long way since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So there's more of it, and there's better kids' music now.
Okay.
It's got its own name. It's called Kindie music.
So this was the first to me. I had not heard Kindie music. Okay.
Indie music for kids.
Right. Okay.
And there's all these bands that I grew up with, like Lisa Loeb and the Presidents of the United States, and I think Third Eye Blind might have one too, that now have second careers as children's musicians.
Because they're older too.
Right, and they've got kids.
And they have kids, and they say, I want to enjoy this with my kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, so like I was saying, like when I was a kid, we had the Beatles and we had Raffi, and that was about it. Mm-hmm. Whatever your parents were listening to. But now it's legitimately good music in its own right, and it just happens to be for kids.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about these Saturday morning experiences, and I'm going to ask you to be, because I know you're a parent, so from the parent's perspective, what it's all about, and then also from the kid's perspective.
Absolutely. So the idea for the whole thing came from, I was a part-time stay-at-home dad, and I was taking my kids to story time at the Towson Library.
Okay.
And I wore my WTMD shirt, and some of the other parents came up to me and said, oh my gosh, we love WTMD, but we've got kids now, so we can't come to any of your concerts.
Yeah, and we should explain that you do concerts at the station where people, not only can people listen to it on the radio, but you can actually attend the concert at the station, which I think is awesome. And you can get, what, 200 people in your space? Yeah, okay.
So it's a nice studio audience.
Yes, okay.
But we do shows at lunchtime, which is right before nap time.
Right.
And we do shows in the evening, which is tough.
Yeah, you're not going to take kids. So you've decided you came up with this idea then.
I was like, yeah, let's do shows in the mornings on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Doors open at 9 a.m. Every parent of small kids is up by 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Right.
Sometimes even 5:36. Right. So 9 o'clock, your day is like halfway done at that point.
Right.
And so the doors open at 9. The show starts at 9:30. We have a real short opening act, about 20 minutes. And then we have the headliner about 40 minutes, and after that, the kids are cooked. And that's plenty of time.
Sure.
So we're out by 11 o'clock, which gives you time to get home for lunch and nap time.
But now I know, a lot of kids, they love their juice boxes, so do you provide that as well?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. All organic, of course.
Okay.
So organic juices and milks and fig bars and fruit strips, all organic.
Okay, all good healthy snacks that both the kids and the parents can enjoy.
Absolutely.
I guess. Okay. All right, so you say it runs from about 9:30 to
11.
11. Okay,
That's
so
it.
you're in and out of there. And then what about, I know that you do them on site, but sometimes you've even had bigger audiences, right, for some of these concerts?
Yes, we kind of dipped our toe in the water last December, which was brave because it's holiday season and there's a lot of holiday stuff going on for kids. But we put on a concert at the Senator Theater in Belvedere Square.
Wow.
Thanks in part to Liv Baltimore helped us put it there. And we got almost 550 parents and kids at that show.
Oh my goodness.
And the biggest complaint that we got afterwards, the only one, was, please, next time, no fixed seating. So we was like, okay, we can't do any more of that. And so we went to the Lyric Opera House this past May, and we did a mini masquerade ball.
Wow.
Because everybody wants to, you love your kids when they're dressed up. It kind of feels like they're at their best,
sure.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so, but it's always for something. A family this, or some kind of obligation. So I thought, well, let's just do a dress-up dance party for kids. So there's no strings attached.
Right.
So we had all these kids in like little tuxedos and suits and ties. It was adorable. And the parents were dressed up too, and you're at the Lyric Opera House, so it's kind of a shishi.
What a fun thing.
It was nice.
Okay, so you talked about some very fun events. Tell me about some of the bands that have performed so far.
We try to keep it as diverse as possible, geographically and also musically. So we've had, from the Baltimore area, the very first band to do it was Milkshake.
Oh, I know them,
it's like
sure. Yeah.
the gold standard of kids bands in Baltimore. Lisa Matthews, who's their singer, after she did that and it was a hit and the series started, we actually brought her on to do a family music show on WTMD called Young at Heart, which airs at 7 o'clock on Saturday mornings.
Okay, before you come down to the radio station.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And we've done Falou, who's this world music star who's performed with A.R. Rahman, who did the soundtrack to Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, wow.
And, she came down, she just had a kid about 5 years ago, so she put out her first children's album.
Wow.
And it's all like kind of Hindi indie is what she calls herself.
Oh my gosh.
And we had Barry Lewis Pulsar, who's from the area.
Right.
He had a song on that movie Juno, and he's just this fantastic, absurdist kids performer. One of the guys from They Might Be Giants came down and did one with us.
Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. And okay, so people want to find out, do you have to get reservations to come to see the show? How does that work?
Some of them sell out in advance, so it's good to kind of check it out ahead of time.
Go online.
And the website is SaturdayMorningTunes.com.
Okay, well, I think, do you have to have kids to be able to come to one of these?
No.
I guess you should, though.
You're always welcome.
Thank you. I'm a kid at heart, so I love it. But I think all the great things you're doing at WTMD, my hat off to you, and it sounds like a great thing for families to do together. So, Sam, thanks so much for coming and telling us about it.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. Well, this is Smarts, the Baltimore County Arts and Culture Show.